What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Friday. It's June 10th, 2022. Fri-YAYYYYYY. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup. Oh, Des, good. Morning, Gad. How was your Thursday? Did you check out that episode of Martial Arts Radio? Once again, all the numbers show people downloading and listening and watching, and no comments. Makes me sad. I made a threat in the Facebook group, in the Martial Arts Radio behind the scenes group, that I just might start making troll content just to see if I can get people to actually respond. Because here's the thing. I know that when we approach a subject, these pants that I'm about to wear are very dirty. I know when we approach a subject or a conversation, we do a good job of staying balanced. We try to be as considerate of all points of view as possible, but we can't be perfect at it. There's no way. And I think if you know me well, you know that I really appreciate good conversations. So we got to come up with something because I want to hear what people think. Good morning also to Andy and John and Jenny and whoever else is watching or listening later on or whatever. Thanks for being here. And it says, we made it to Fri-YAYYYYYY. Woo! Awesome. Awesome. Dennis, teaching at Andrew's school tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Actually, I know I'm not going to be able to make it just based on the timing of everything, which makes me sad. I am farm sitting, farm caretaking, and I got somebody doing a one-day rental on my Jeep. So I'm going to burn 100% of the profit on the Jeep doing the gas back and forth. But while I pop back here, I'll do a little bit of work around the house, or in the yard rather, because it's gonna be nice. Good morning, Stacy and Nathan and Frank. Frank's going back to work. Stacy woke up with a killer headache. Yikes. Gad, I know that about you. I know that about you. You are one of a handful of people who do chime in on YouTube, and I appreciate that. What are we congratulating Mason for? I'm missing it. Dennis says, congratulations, Mason. And are you renting your Jeep out? Yeah, I rent my cars out. I bought the Jeep in part because the service that I use, Turo, claims it is the most rented vehicle they have on their platform. But then gas got really stupid, and now everybody wants my RAV4. That's fine. That's fine. It's I won't get into the specifics of it, but let's just say that it's not about the dollars that I make. It's about the mileage deduction. If you've got a business, you understand. Put more coffee in here. As soon as I'm done here talking to you guys, I gotta hop in the car and drive south. And it's a little over an hour in between. Maybe just over an hour. Let's see. 35, 40. Yeah, it's about an hour. So it's not too bad. You know, I'll make a couple trips back and forth tomorrow. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, nice. Mason is graduating today. Wait, why is that? Is that comment not showing up to me? Oh, there it is. I missed it. I'm in listen only mode this morning, getting ready for my Mason's graduation. Congratulations to Mason and to your family for getting him there. Nice. What else? What are you guys doing this weekend? I pretty much just told you what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to hang out with animals, ducks and sheep and chickens, and a couple dogs. Yeah, that's it. The birds out on the front porch, I've got to get another picture. They are barely fitting in the nest. Those 4 robins are just, they're wedged in there. They're not afraid of me, which is awesome. And I'm really, really hopeful that some delivery driver or somebody doesn't walk up the porch real fast and startle them and startle them out of the nest before they're ready to fly. lost a number of birds around here from doing that. Speaking of birds, I did manage to extract that what I thought was part of a bird from my grill. It was a whole bird. It was a little finch or something. And I was really sad about that. But, I ordered stuff, so that should never happen again. Knock on wood. But what are you guys doing this weekend? Tell me about it. I know what some of you are doing, but I want to hear from everybody. Are you doing something fun? Are you traveling? Are you teaching? Are you training? Are you going to be outside? Are you going to be inside? Are you going to, I don't know, invent the next culinary revolution? Remember when cronuts were a big thing? Like, are you going to come up with that? I ever tell you guys the story about inventing and yes, I invented it. Nobody else came up with it. The apple cider donut French toast breakfast sandwich. Yeah, here's what you do. You get apple cider donuts, which apparently is a thing in New England and nowhere else. And you cut them in half and you do them up like French toast. You may want to lightly toast them, bake them a little bit, dry them out a little bit so they're better at absorbing the French toast dip. And then you do your breakfast sandwich stuff and you eat one and you feel like you shouldn't because it's that good. You're just like, whoa, yeah, they're amazing. Stacy's trying to do absolutely nothing. She feels crispy. I hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry to hear about your headache. It's been interesting. Remember when I had all that congestion that week or so where I was using nasal spray like it was going out of style? I feel fine, but without being overly descriptive, when I blow my nose, it's a weird color. I think that's probably the most mild way I can describe it. It would seem all the stuff I put up there is still up there and it's working on coming out. Yeah, I'm not fond of that. Dennis says, you already know what I'm doing tomorrow in New Hampshire with Andrew and company. Sunday, we're celebrating Nathan's birthday with some of his friends. Barbecue, cake, all the things. That sounds great. Gad, training this evening and going to buy an e-bike for my wife tomorrow so she doesn't have to rely on public transport anymore. Oh, that's awesome. Stacy says, almost all pine pollen issues. Is that what you're facing right now? I'm sorry. The pollen this year has been insane. Yesterday, day before, I think it was Wednesday, I went out and there was a little bit of a puddle in the driveway and it was covered in pollen. And I don't even have much in the way of evergreens around here. It was nuts. Absolutely crazy. And I saw people posting on TikTok about the pollen. This was a bad pollen year. I did read something popped up, and probably from talking to you, social media ads. Oh, Jeremy had allergies this year. Let's show him a bunch of ads. And I dug into a few of them, and I made note to do some research, probably January. One company suggesting that a colostrum supplement would absolve me of any issues. So colostrum is pretty great. I'll do some more research. We'll see where that takes us. Ooh, Kat says, I know how you feel. Sinus issues, 365 days a year. That's rough. My father also had sinus issues. I remember him saying that at one point. For him, the biggest challenge was moving from inside to outside or outside to inside, especially if the inside was air conditioned. Just the change in the air would make his nose run. Anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to be doing work from a strange spot, which is always weird, never quite as productive as I want it to be. But on the positive side, I've got a bunch of little stuff that is exactly the type of stuff I do when I'm in a coffee shop or something. So I should be good to go. All right. Well, Frank gave us some jokes, so let's dig into the jokes. Thank you as always to Frank. Frank, I'm glad you're feeling better enough that you are going to work. So here we go with that. The jokes for Funday Friday. I decided everyone on First Cup is so sweet. We're going to celebrate National Candy Month. What country did candy come from? Sweden. What do you call a train that eats toffee? A choo-choo train. What do you call candy that was stolen? Hot chocolate. What do you call the Swiss president's airplane? Toblerone. Kind of like Toblerone. Toblerone. What was What was Buzz Aldrin's favorite chocolate? A Mars bar. It's important to keep some candy in your pocket at all times. It could be a lifesaver. That's a great joke. My local movie theater was robbed of almost $10,000. The thieves got away with 3 boxes of popcorn, 2 large sodas, 3 boxes of candy, and a hot dog. A boy in Brooklyn is outside of a candy shop shoveling candy in his mouth. A man approaches the boy and says, "Don't eat candy, kid. It's not good for you." The boy replied, "My grandfather lived until he was 97. "Really?" said the man. "Did he eat a lot of candy too?" The boy replied, "No, but he minded his own business." Oh, that's a good joke too. Good ones, Frank. I like these. An alcoholic walks into a candy store. The alcoholic looks around after a while. The storekeeper says, "Can I help you with anything?" The alcoholic replies, "Yeah, got any liquor?" "Well, I'm not sure, but there is this." "What's that?" "It's licorice." Also a good joke. Frank, you outdid yourself today. These are phenomenal. You guys like them? I wonder if they made you chuckle. Waiting for things to catch up. Dennis says, the pollen is out of control this year. I seriously thought it was a follow-up visit from Ramona Cyrus, who was just here last month, but confirmed just allergies. I feel your pain, Stacy. Yeah. I think we're all in that boat, and bad timing. But what are you gonna do? Gad's got a bunch of laughy faces. So does Dennis. Dennis says, fantastic, Frank. Yeah. If we ever do a joke book, and I've told Frank if he wants to do a joke book, we can do a joke book. The official First Cup joke book. So what else? Frank gave us some other stuff. Kelly says, my car used to be silver, but now it's yellow from the pollen. Yeah. I was on a call yesterday, and I sneezed and managed to catch it. And I knew it wasn't a high priority call. I was one of a group. So I heard the sneeze coming. I muted myself. And sometimes when you sneeze, you're concerned that it wasn't dry. Yeah. So I went in the bathroom and washed my hands off. And again, the color was off. I think it's a combination of the pollen and the stuff I put in my sinuses. It's gross. It's green, like really green. All right, I'll stop talking about mucus. And Stacy says, Stacy seems to want that book. Yes, limited edition, signed too. Hey, if we do a joke book, you better believe we would work out a way that you're getting Frank's signature on it. We are opening up. It's actually, maybe this is one of those things that will happen today. We will get autographed options for Faith and Origins of Master Hopkick onto whistlekick.com, because we should. We haven't. Why not? Let's do it. We're going to do that. Take care, Andy. Yeah. Kelly says it's TMI, Jeremy. You're right. It is. It happened. Can't take it back. I'm not fully awake. I don't always know what to do with this show. You guys are lucky I don't show up in a robe anymore. Well, maybe not lucky. I don't show up in a robe anymore. Hey, Brian's here. Late but here. Welcome. Yeah, let's take a look at the other stuff Frank sent over. It was long. I didn't see all of what he sent, but let's take a look. All right, I got to copy this out because it is too long for me to read from this format. Frank, you're giving me a book. All right, here we go. Easiest way to do this, I think we'll do this way. I think this will work. This is the problem with working from a Chromebook, is I don't have the options as I would normally want to handle them. And we take this, I'm going to copy it into an email, see if I can full screen the email, and then share that with you. Come on, slow computer. I had to upgrade and reboot everything yesterday. It took a while. And my calendar still doesn't work right. Come on, and any day now. Any day now. Like any day now. Oh, and one of you watching, although you may, yeah, one of you watching ordered a Choose Your Own Colors dragon hoodie. I need your colors. Make sure you send me your colors. All right, it's still loading. I don't know why. We got mucus jokes in the chat now. Come on, just load a window. It's not happening. All right, there we go. Can I full screen this? Yes, I can. All right, that's exactly what I wanted. Are you going to copy and paste for me? Yes, but you're not going to do it any better than I wanted. All right, fine. Fine. All right, I'm diving in. I'm diving in. June is Men's Health Month, and Frank's got some stuff here. 4 important facts about men's health. Let's see how many of these you agree with and how many of these reflect how you act or treat yourself or think. Number 1, men are less likely to seek healthcare than women. Who doesn't love superheroes like Captain America and Superman? They're the paragon of toughness and grit, fearlessness and brawn, but as popular as these heroes are, their influence may have unwittingly created a problem in the healthcare field. There's a culture and media-driven expectation for men to be strong and, like superheroes, rarely show signs of weakness. This socially ingrained mindset subconsciously trains men to believe that going to the doctor exhibits weakness. A survey conducted by the Cleveland Clinic confirmed this trend, finding that 40% of men go to the doctor only when they have a serious health issue and never go for routine checkups. This number is far lower than women's frequency of doctor visits. Needless to say, it's a concerning figure. Men also tend to exhibit a fear of diagnosis. About 21% of men admit to avoiding the doctor because they're too nervous to find out what might be wrong. As an aside, that's really dumb. It seems that the pressure to conceal weaknesses is so strong that it can even lead men into a state of denial. And again, this is a worrying statistic. To be clear, ignoring your medical problems will not make them go away. It doesn't change the reality. You should, if something's wrong, you should get it checked out. This month, let's work together to turn this trend around and create a cultural shift where men don't find it embarrassing or emasculating to seek out medical help. I am kind of a donut in the middle, or a bell curve, or however you want to think of it. If something is wrong, like really wrong, yes, I will go. I will also go for routine stuff. I am not someone who's going to go for small things. I'm going to handle those on my own. And some of that is just my attitude to the world. Some of that comes from not having medical insurance the majority of my life. But I have always been a huge proponent of routine and preventative care. And I have spent historically a significant amount of money every year out of pocket on preventative care. I am a tremendous advocate of naturopathic medicine and blood work, building a baseline and understanding where things are. I think going to a typical MD who asks you a handful of questions, how do you feel? You good? Yeah? I don't think that counts. It doesn't catch things before they happen. My doctor's looking at markers in the blood that could be precursors to any number of things. And over the years, we've managed to dial in a lot of stuff that makes me healthier. I just turned 43 this week. I am in the best shape of my life. I'm in the best health of my life. I feel good. And a lot of that is because I have the feedback from the blood work. My own 2 cents. All right. The chat has, I don't want to say devolved because you all seem to be having a good time, but it is completely like all the comments, last 20 comments I'm seeing are about mucus. Number 2, prostate cancer affects 1 in 9 men. According to the American Cancer Society, there are about 175,000 new cases of prostate cancer diagnosed each year. And prostate cancer is the most common cancer among American men. Given these statistics, it's important to ensure that at-risk men are being screened for prostate cancer, especially considering men's known reluctance to seek preventive care. On the bright side, however, prostate cancer typically grows slowly, so many cases don't require immediate treatment and aren't life-threatening. Still, the earlier prostate cancer is caught, the easier it can be contained. It's always better to be on the safe side. The ages keep getting moved around. Last I knew, the suggested age was either 45 or 50. I'm not there yet. I have no known risks. So the one thing that I will suggest, no, the one thing I will say that I do for myself, it is not a suggestion because I am not a doctor and I don't know anything. You should never listen to me. One of the corollaries between mineral deficiency and cancer in our agricultural system seems to come from selenium. You may want to do some research on selenium and what research has been done as it relates to cancer and cancer mitigation. And selenium as a supplement may be something that you consider incorporating into your diet. Let me check back. You guys are funny. Number 3, mental health is one of the most stigmatized issues affecting men. Many men, perhaps more than we think, struggle with their mental health and the stigma that surrounds it. Take a look at the suicide statistics by gender. The American Psychological Association reports that 30% of men have suffered from depression in their lifetime. Again, men's hesitation to seek care may be worsening this issue. Men are notorious for not talking about their feelings, and no, that's not just another stereotype. It's an actual trend psychologists have documented. In the eyes of many men, discussing emotions is just another form of vulnerability that can lead to discomfort. It can be scary for many men to begin sharing their feelings, but the payoff is worth it. Men who express their feelings verbally are less likely to express them in other ways. Talk to the men in your life. Encourage them to talk about their day, to tell you about their emotions, and to be open with you. They may be resistant at first, but persistence is powerful, and you'll be doing your part to improve men's mental health. I've hinted it at a couple friends who are going through some stuff, and the rules that I've applied to how I handle our friendship are different because I know they're going through some things. Neither of them is great at reaching out to me. I will continue to reach out to them because I know they're going through some stuff. Because I'm handling them the way I would want someone to handle me if they knew I was going through some stuff. I'm trying to find a weekend. It'll probably be next month where these 2 guys, as well as a couple other guys that I know, try to get them over here for a weekend. Or maybe we go rent a suite at a hotel and just like hang out. Because one of the things that's really interesting about men and men's mental health is that we end up in these lives typically where we are rarely surrounded by other men. And it's something that we need. Women are good at this. Women are, I need to go hang out with the girls. And there are a lot of guys who recognize I need to go hang out with the guys. But it does not seem that most guys go hang out with the guys. I'm going to go try to make the guys hang out with other guys. And it'll be tough because they don't all know each other, but I don't know their friends, so they'll have to deal. Number 4, this is our last one. Men should be making better lifestyle choices. The stats back it up. Men drink more heavily and smoke more frequently than women. Habitual drinking and smoking can have severe health implications. Drugs and alcohol can cause issues ranging from lung and heart diseases to liver problems to preventable accidents. Men also tend to make less healthy choices in the kitchen. Women eat far more fruits and vegetables than men, while men prefer meat and dairy. Yes, we know we're starting to sound like a broken record about the impact of cultural factors, but it's likely that social norms are influencing this trend too. Cultural expectations can play a subliminal role in men's dietary choices and can have consequences over time, partly due to health behaviors. Men have a shorter life expectancy than women. This gap has only continued to widen over time, and men are currently expected to live 5 fewer years than women on average. So if anyone asks why we need a month for men's health, this disparity in lifespan should speak for itself. Men simply aren't as healthy as they could be, and it's time to fix that. Small decisions leading to small habits done over time can have a big impact. It's this kind of information presented in this way, and this is not a dig at anybody. When you read something like this, it's overwhelming. What am I supposed to do? How am I going to handle this? I have so much. Pick something small and start with it. This is why 12 Months to Health exists. This is why we made that book. Because it is overwhelming to get some big diagnosis. Oh, you should lose this much weight, and this has to change, and you got to do this and this and this and this and this. And you look at the list of things that you're being asked to do, and okay, so when do I work, or when do I sleep, or when do I do the things that I enjoy? Because what you're asking me to do here is hours a day. Might be. And if you're unpracticed at these things, yeah, it is. So what's one small thing that creates a little bit of momentum in one of those areas? Tackle that. Anything is better than nothing. We have this attitude culturally that if we're not going to be good, we might as well be terrible. The diet's over. I'm going to go eat the worst things I can find. We don't tend to do that in areas outside of food and health. I've never heard anyone say, I broke the speed limit coming home and I got a ticket, so I'm going to go burn a house down. Health is not binary. Lots of shades of gray. Gad says, it's good that now more and more people, especially celebrities, are telling their story about how they struggle with mental health. David Harewood, who plays Martian Manhunter on Supergirl, has spoken openly about this in an excellent BBC documentary, Psychosis and Me. Gave me the courage to seek help and work on my issues as well. That's awesome, Gad. We live in a complex, interrelated society that is full of so many negative inputs. Even the positive inputs have a negative side, right? Like social media is a great example. We talk about that all the time, right? There are a lot of positive elements to social media, but there's also a lot on the negative side. The ability to heal from that, whether in conversation or going outside, whatever it is that helps offset that, right? You've probably heard the notion of carbon offsets, negative offsets. That's something that we can do. What are the things that make you feel better? What are the things that bring you back to balance? making sure you incorporate those enough to help keep the demons at bay. You know, there's a way of thinking about it that I suspect some of you can relate to. I've got them. I think we've all got them. The question is how loud they are, how close they are. I definitely feel a lot better after spending my day hiking on Wednesday out in the woods, in the trees. My legs are still sore, my calves especially. All right. I'm going to go. So here we go. Oh, I didn't put up the bottom banner. Remember, if you want to support us, patreon.com/whistlekick. You know, a bunch of you support the Patreon. I just posted, was it yesterday? Upcoming episodes for the show. If you want to know what episodes are coming up, it's $2 a month. If you go to 5, you get bonus episodes and you get stickers and other stuff, and it goes up from there. If you're a school owner, at the $50 and $100 tiers, you get access to the School Owners Mastermind. And in doing so, it becomes a tax write-off. Just saying. If you want the whole list, whistlekick.com/family. If you have questions or comments, you can leave them on the Facebook page, facebook.com/firstcupwithjeremy. Or if you don't do Facebook, or if it's private or something, you can email me, jeremy@whistlekick.com. And just as an aside, if you ever want to share something with me and you don't want it to become public, just say, hey, Jeremy, I'd rather you not share this. Perfect. I won't. We do the show every weekday, 6:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And yes, we've made the transition. No more Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We are almost at 50 followers. I think when I looked the other day, it was like 44. So we're almost there. We're almost there. All righty. I'm going to go take care of some sheep. And we'll end with Dennis's comment here. Life isn't easy. It's okay to admit you need help getting through it, and I'm glad people are sharing that sentiment more and more. It empowers everyone. For sure. I want to thank you for coming by. Thanks for everything you do for me and yourselves and the martial arts world and your friends and family and all the good that you contribute. Anything is helpful. Don't stop. See you on Monday. Take care, everybody. Peace.